episode number 5 of the Clyde Bar podcast.
We're back.
We're back, myself and Kyle.
Indeed. Yeah.
Special guest here. We've got Mickey Emotion.
Big
We look
Mickey.
at
Mickey with a C.
Spell my name wrong.
Get one job, mate. Get one job.
Great art, but they can't spell.
Yeah.
What is that?
Nice, mate. Thanks for joining us today.
very much.
Just for
Thanks for
having
along.
us, boys. Thank you.
We've got a new production team as well. The guys who Bring It On events, Jamie and Scott, are kicking about and putting this podcast together for us for free. Thanks for that, guys. Really appreciate that.
Oh, very kind of you. Thank you so much. A long
Thank
way.
you, mate. Trial shift. Thank you, boys. Really appreciate that. So this is nice. We're going to talk about a few things. Mikey, you and I have kind of touched base on a few things, a few subjects, and that. But
Yeah.
so it's just kind of informal, man. Just loose. So just feel free. I'm going to start with, obviously, it's a comedy podcast. It's to promote tonight. We've got on the 24th of October with amazing Joe Heaton, yourself, and we've got two up-and-coming amazing comics, Silas Shaw, who, you know, Silas is
Silas,
Hungarian. Is he Hungarian?
Yeah, he's
Romanian, Hungarian?
he's Romanian.
He's Romanian. And we've got
A
Vanessa.
relation to Dracula.
Is he actually?
I'm actually his dad. I'm Silas's dad, like legal dad.
Don't
I
hit me,
adopted him when he came here.
don't hit me about that Nosferatu part.
No, I adopted him. I did. He's actually legally my son.
So you're the problem all the boats are up. No, anyway, so we've also got Vanessa Correa.
Aye, she's amazing. I've got her opening for me at my solo show, and don't mean to plug straight away here,
There
guys.
you go, mate.
No,
Crack
plug
on.
away.
That's why we're here, bro.
Right. Yeah,
On
man.
Blackfriars, I saw her 4 or 5 times, and she's brilliant, man. I was on the stand with her a couple of Tuesdays ago again, and I thought,
The stand.
I'm not one of the cunts. I don't share it when I'm on it and all that. Like, oh, look at me, take a picture of the fucking.
No one of your personal favourite gigs, though.
The stand. That was, do you know what? By the way, it was the new stand, and it's different. It's
Same vibe, because last week,
no, it's a different animal altogether.
because Kristen Moody was on our last podcast, and he mentioned about how the vibe is different.
Completely different. It's the stand was the stand. Know what I mean? That was one place I never ever got nervous for at all, because you know it's set up so well and there's magic
So
in the
give me,
room.
so give me a tap in.
Aye, it is. And then I was on Red Raw 2 Tuesdays ago, and I actually just went to check it out to see, obviously, just to see what it was like,
Set
and then
up
I
for
ended
that.
up on because another comedian couldn't make it.
Who was it? Name and shame.
It was Mick Murphy, but he was in a car crash
Shy bag.
with a whole lot of whiplash.
How dare he?
Whole lot
How
of
bloody
whiplash.
dare he?
That's a song, is it no?
Aye, so he phoned me and he says, Mikey, I'm not going to make it. Would you,
Mickey or
would you
Mikey?
cover Mikey? Mikey. And I says, I'm heading down anyway. So I went down, and I was nervous for the first time at the stand, because it's no a club comedy gig anymore. Every time you do it, you're now doing a theatre. Do you know what I mean? So it's a different.
Is it raked? Is
the
it
ceiling's high as a fucking kite. It's like doesn't end.
Aye.
So
So it's changed since when you first started doing it.
aye, well the stand.
Do you think comedians will struggle to adapt to that when they come in, or does it
I
get,
think so, man.
is
I
atmosphere
think
different?
because all the staff have been saying it's been good, but it's different because obviously, you know, the laughter's no travelling back the same. When you were in the old stand, the laughter was just fucking bouncing off
Aye,
the
pop,
walls
pop,
and
pop,
back,
pop.
and everybody's there. You can see each other, you can turn around and look. This is maybe a theatre vibe, so it's kind of dark, which means that when people are like turning around to look and see who's laughing, you can't really see anybody.
Like in here, for example, this room's perfect for comedy. No
Aye,
ceiling,
perfect.
Closed,
No ceiling, aye.
the walls are enclosed, so the acoustics are brilliant.
In this new stand, it's definitely a different thing. It's a big, massive stage. Do you know what I mean? It's like the stage is big.
I played the Webster's, I'll call it Webster's still. I
Aye.
played Webster's a few years ago,
Right.
and it was with Fred Macaulay,
Right.
Des McLean, and what's his name? The English comic John. Oh, he's always on. Quite a political comic.
John Major.
No, John Major, mate. No, he's too political, mate, for me. But he's always on like Have I Got News for You and all that back in the day.
I know who you're talking about.
John, kind of.
He's got a face like he looks like a cartoon character.
Aye. So And I actually remember because the stage is quite long, but it's really close to the audience as well, isn't it?
Aye, the audience are
aye.
right there, but you can only see the first two rows.
Okay.
And see, because it is dead like far back,
Mm-hmm.
it's no like the way the stand used to be, where everybody's just right there.
So you lose faces, basically.
You're losing faces, and then they're no room. Like, it was good that the stand was brilliant because you could, when you're telling a joke, you're right there. You're basically, and then the kind of wee walk out bit, you're kind of in the middle of them.
Aye.
You could tell a joke, you could fucking look to the side, get them in, look to the other side, get them in, and then
Aye.
boom, right down the middle and get them
Right.
in. But this, you're just kind of blinded. So,
So how did you feel? And did you
Well,
feel was it different, or
do you know what?
what
I had
were the
a,
differences? You think?
I had a good gig, and when you come off, you know straight away if you've done well or if
Yep.
you've no. And I thought, yes, I'm buzzing about this now. And then I was looking forward to the next Tuesday to do it again. And it was a 10 I was doing.
And they pulled you.
I was opening, so it was like, aye.
They took you off the lineup.
But so I went in the second occasion, and I wasn't nervous at all. I'm like, right, last week was fucking brilliant. Same again, but I was on in like the middle, and the first one I done, and this time I was opening, and I went out, and it didn't go as well as I wanted it to. It was fine,
Aye.
right?
It's comedy, mate.
I
It's
was
comedy.
gutted. I was gutted because I didn't get. It's like a drug in it. You're chasing
same
that
vibe.
fucking. You think you're going to.
So I know a comedian who excuse me, I've got a bit of cold this morning for that. But I know a comedian who runs gigs, and a comedian done a gig for him one night, and he was booked for the following weekend.
Aye.
And this comedian sat and get pushed with his friends at said gig.
Aye.
And then the person who was booking the gig, he went up on stage, died his hole, spoke shite, and the person who books this gig then pulled that comedian for the next run of gigs by saying you were shite.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That's a
Mental.
story, isn't it?
Can it get? When I started doing comedy, like, I was drunk all the time.
Let's talk about your origin story then. How did you get involved with comedy?
Backstory.
Origin story, right? Well,
Just comedy. nothing else.
1993. 1993.
I don't want to know what you're doing.
A place you might have heard of this place, Butlins.
Yay!
Oh,
Yeah, red coat.
I was at Butlins. There was a comedian on the stage. He was very funny. I watched him. Can't remember his name, but later that night, I was in the wee arcade, the puggy bit, and he butt me on the neck. And I woke up the next day.
Was it Silas Shaw?
I was a comedian.
Was it Silas?
Aye.
Is that how he became his dad?
No, I don't know. I just like, I've always loved comedy. For an early age, like I stayed with my granny a lot, and she always had on the telly. It was just like Rab seen it, like videotapes of Rab seen his bit, the naked video. Remember the naked video, the sketch show?
Loved it. Gregor
That,
Fisher and that.
Mr. Bean, fucking 1 Foot in the Grave, Only Fools and Horses. So that's what I done every weekend. Like, I watched all that with my gran and my grandpa, and then like in school, I wasn't the brightest button.
You weren't?
No, I had some learning difficulties, and I
Such
think
as what? Let's talk about him. No, I'm not
so.
joking.
Just
So just get real.
basically no.
Reels a
Nobody,
different podcast.
guy, not being able to concentrate about it, and just always my
So anyway, tell us about that. No, I'm
my,
joking.
my head was always at the window, and then obviously I was tiny. I was a tiny wee guy, so I always felt like I had to kind of make people laugh so they didn't do me.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
So I was the opposite.
Aye.
I was
You a big
told-
bully?
I was no. We
Aye.
were talking about
Aye.
we were talking about bullies away in the motor.
Aye.
We won't get into the details of that story,
No.
but
But,
Comedy-
believe it or not, this is a nice wee touch to what I was talking about there now. When I was a wee guy, apart from all the comedy I was watching, my favourite film, don't laugh, right? But my favourite film was Calamity Jane,
oh, great movie, mate.
right? And it was Manty.
The classic, the western.
Is it Doris Day?
Aye, the western.
Right. So,
Janet Dawes.
Doris Day.
Doris Day.
Doris Day was it? Aye.
I've not seen it in years and years and years, right? But I had a wee memory about it like last week, and I used to my auntie just used to put it on for me, and it was all the mad
just
daft
sit and
songs that. And then Calamity Jane would walk into the saloon,
Uh-huh.
and she would say, "I'll have a sarsaparilla." A sarsaparilla now. Up until this day, I've always thought that a sarsaparilla is a fresh orange and lemonade. Right? Because that's what Manty told me. Because one day Manty says, "Do you want a wee drink?" I says, "I'll have a sarsaparilla." Right? And I think a sarsaparilla.
You were a slow learner.
Aye, right. I was fucking 19. I think a sarsaparilla is obviously an alcoholic drink, but Manty's obviously told me that she's made me a sarsaparilla in the kitchen.
Right.
And it's fresh orange and lemonade. So this is
Like a
a
snowball.
sarsaparilla.
Remember snowballs as well?
A sarsaparilla, mate.
Aye, exactly. So,
Just flew in from the windy city. The windy city is
You're bringing back horrible memories
So-
for me, mate. Trauma.
so is that your kind of... Is that influenced your comedy, that kind of slapstick absurdity?
Aye, even before I started comedy, I was doing sketches for years and years and years.
Aye.
Like,
You did the famous... I don't know if you've seen the famous sketch, maybe some of the guys watching. Do you want to tell us about the Berghaus man?
Not really, mate.
You ever seen the Berghaus guy? The guy with other jackets on?
No, no.
See,
Oh, fuck aye.
Right, that's good.
Ah,
'Cause
yes, I have.
thought that was
Yes,
it would
Mikey.
be-
That was Mikey,
Basically, that was probably the most viral video that I've done, but the most stupid. And it wasn't meant to go viral. It was just me being daft.
But it shows you the mentality of people who watch videos online then.
Aye, like, I mean, that was
Thanks for coming.
that was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago, and I can't get away from it. Like, I created a fucking monster. Everywhere I go, people spot me, and they own buses and pubs everywhere. Like, a guy asked me for a picture at the McDonald's urinals
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
while I had my cock out.
Is it because you were in the female toilet at the time?
Aye. She held it and I took the picture.
Just for evidence.
No, but it's like, for ages I hated it because I was trying to do comedy and I was just always getting spotted as this fucking character. And a lot of people thought that it went, it was a Sunday, I shared it and it just went mental and I wasn't ready for that. Like, there was people from all the world slagging me. I was getting roasted from every angle, right? Like, everybody, like, can't believe that's actually the way that guy talks and all that. A guy said, "I've never seen somebody getting fatter as he takes layers of jackets off." Right? And me and my pal were on in his house just reading all the comments, and it was a laugh. But for ages and ages, I hated it because, like I said, I'm trying to do comedy as just me. I'm trying to do all this stuff that I'm actually putting time, effort, love, fucking blood, sweat and tears into.
Aye.
Pulling my hair out my head, and then I'm getting recognised for something so fucking stupid that I done.
So we had Neil on here, the wee man. Had the wee man on the
See,
podcast.
aye, we've spoke about this many times.
And
together.
Neil says he finds it hard to kind of break away for that as well.
Aye,
doesn't he?
it's what, 'cause anytime anybody sees a Berghaus now,
You should get a deal with Berghaus, mate.
There we go.
well, do you know what?
What's
I
up?
was trying to, right?
Aye.
And I basically had something set up with him, and I was supposed to go
With
down.
Berghaus?
Aye, I was supposed to go down to the big Berghaus fact because they're Newcastle, it was down Carlisle or something
Aye,
like that. And I was supposed to go down and do this video in the shop, and I was going to boot and try and all the new jackets on and all that.
That's class.
Aye, but it never happened because I was just mad with it at the time. I always think when something like that,
Missed opportunities.
well, this is a thing that I self-sabotage me.
Me as well. I
You know
think it's
what I
a
mean?
comedy thing, mate. I think it's a comedian
Because when something like that happens, I just think, oh no, that won't happen.
Aye.
Even though it's going to happen,
Aye.
I'll just be like, nah, that's too. I don't think that's.
thing. Aye.
Do you know what I mean? And I just don't go and do it. And I don't know, but it's like I said, man, I feel like with that video, I used to do like sketches where I would like do different characters. I mean,
You
this
get
is
Sausage King as
this
well.
is before Facebook and all that. Aye, and it was like,
You ever seen the Sausage King as well?
No, not seeing Sausage King. That's what people tend to do nowadays, though. They get one thing, they make famous for it, and then they just roll with it for as long as they can,
Aye.
long as they can, long as they can. But
See,
you didn't
like-
do that.
aye, like I've done like when I started doing comedy, like I would do a set as myself, and then I would go away and get changed and come out and do a set as Bergie Boy. And the Bergie Boy always went better because at the time when I started, I didn't really I wasn't crafted at all. I didn't really know what I was doing. I had no jokes. I was just trying to tell stories, and then I would come back out as Bergie Boy and everybody would start laughing instantly because it's a character.
So
The
it's
voice
almost-
doesn't matter what you say.
So it's almost like extras with Ricky Gervais's character when he gets the part in the sitcom, and then he wants to be a serious actor,
Aye.
but then he just kind of, you're having a laugh. He just does
Aye.
he just does a catchphrase, and it's pure silent. And then he does a catchphrase, and everybody's like, I think that shows how stupid audiences are.
Aye, it's like, because that's who they like, that's who they see, it's a character that they see.
It's that familiarity almost.
Aye, I remember years ago reading
Catchphrase mentality.
Aye, I remember reading something in the paper years ago, right, and it was chewing fat. It's no Greg, Ford Kiernan, and it was something. I think he battered a taxi driver or something like that.
Well, I think it's a wee bit of discrepancy.
Right. So that was the headline,
Aye.
and I was reading it down, and it was because everywhere he went, people like, going to know do that. How no, just going to know. So I thought to myself.
I must confess, I saw him in Primark Braehead one time, and I was going to say that to him.
Aye.
And he walked away from me just
See,
before.
no, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't go up to any like famous people now
Right.
and say, all right, I'm not saying I'm famous, but the amount of people that stop me in
Right,
the town and all that and say, it's bloody roasting, like they do that as if they're the first cunt that ever says it. Like, oh, it's bloody roasting into it, mate.
Right, I
I'm
get
like, fucking gonna just
heard that before.
say something else, like,
So-
because it's annoying. But then you need to realise as well that, like I said, I hated it for years, and I was trying to, but then I kind of learned how to embrace it a wee bit, because I read through all the comments, and most of all the comments are all nice ones, and they're all, oh, I love this, my favourite video, and they're tagging their pals and all that shit. So you kind of need to be like, right, they like this. So, but
So, do you think, again, we spoke about this, but off camera, but do you think that's the best way to deal with trolls then?
I like.
Or what do you think is the best way to
The
deal
best
with trolls?
way to deal with trolls, like at the start, there's loads of comedians out there, right, who get annoyed, and you can see it, and it's like they'll fight back.
Mhm.
But I learned not to do that, because I did do that right at the start.
Mm.
I thought it was a personal attack on me, and I thought, right, like, they don't even know me.
Uh-huh.
They've just saw one video with me. They don't like it. That's sound. And then they're going out their way to say that's shite, like,
Right.
that's no funny or whatever, which is fine.
Uh-huh.
Comedy's subjective, but now, anytime I get it, and it takes a wee while to train yourself to do this, but once you do, it's like a wee weight lifts off your shoulders. So anytime any cunt says it to me now, for about a year, I just used to call them a fat bastard and then delete them. Right? Like, just say, ha ha ha.
Scott, stop that.
You're a fish. Come on. So I would just say that and then just delete them, and then they couldn't get me, right? But now if they did it,
Right.
I just love heart their post.
Mate, I've had a few interesting experiences with trolls. One in person and one. So I referee football and that as well. I coach football, involved football as well. I was refereeing a schools game one time in Scotstoun, right, between two teams, and I probably was having my best game as a referee, but it was a parent at the side of the park, and I was running by her. The parent shouted at me, "You should stick to the comedy, ref. At least that's what you're good at." And I was like,
That's a compliment. I'm like, cheers.
I was like,
Fucking yes.
"Thanks." Pure weird like that. A pure drive-by heckle. Another one as well was on my Instagram. I posted something about a gig on Instagram, and somebody commented saying, Rob Kane, who couldn't get a game for his local amateur team at 24.
Right.
I was like, what's that going to do with my gig? So it's almost like the two crossovers. I get heckled. I get heckled for comedy doing football, and then I get heckled for football doing comedy.
Aye. See, that's
People are
what,
weird, man.
I-
People are
I-
weird.
I got that kind of, because I was I've always been a DJ, DJ'd for years since I was a wee guy, and then I had like,
Like hospital radio, that kind of thing, or
just wee things like that, not doing my bit, know what I mean?
radio lollipop, not
Aye. Now then, nothing like that. Aye, cigar.
Ivan
An
Bracken.
old tracksuit. No, because so I had like a page, like a Facebook page thing, and then I was a DJ, and then that page blew up, and then people at DJs were saying, "Oh, that's not because you're a DJ, but that's because you're a comedian."
Aye.
Right? I'm like, right, cool. And then you go into the comedy world, and because you've got a kind of big page, the comedians will say, that's not because you're
You get
a
followed
comedian,
for that.
that's because
Aye.
you got that. So
Aye.
people just, people, I don't give a fuck now about what anybody say. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. What I mean, I'm wearing a fucking Gap fleece, know what I mean?
Mate,
I deserve a doing.
they should be coming back, mate.
Well, I'm bringing them back.
Yeah, you should,
This is one of my...
That's part of the campaign.
This is it. I've been threatening it for years.
See, if Gap contact you and ask you to do and try stuff, and fucking do it this time.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Don't self-sabotage.
I dress like an
There's
11-year-old.
a gap in the market, man.
Right, I know. I don't, but that's it. Like, I used to kind of get inside my head and worry about what people think of me and all that, but I feel like, right, I'm here. This is my life here. This is me. If you don't like it, then that's fine. But I'm not going to get annoyed or worried about people.
But this is a performance industry where it's subjective,
Aye.
and everyone is going to have an opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle, you do a lot of you do shows and that doing this way as well. I'm sure if every time somebody told you that you were shite, you probably still wouldn't be doing it, would you?
Doesn't really happen, Rob. to be honest. But no, you're right. Yeah. Like, you just keep on doing it. You don't let many put you down. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do.
So talk about Calamity Jane then, right? So what's your kind of go-to film then for your childhood and that? What do you think is your go-to movie for your childhood?
Never-ending story.
Oh, come on, mate. Seriously.
It's a
Big
good
Doug?
film.
That Big Doug.
Big Doug's a belter, isn't it?
Falcor.
That's not the one with David
Don't tell
Bowie.
me the name, hold on. Tell me the name, I forgot it.
What, the Big Doug?
Aye.
Falcor.
Falcor, that's it. I was going to call my cat that.
The never-ending story. We sang that.
Oh, fuck no.
What, so was Calamity Jane, was that your go-to movie?
No, it was my auntie that just fucking put it on. I think she
Your
just...
auntie was your go-to movie? I think I've seen that as well.
But my auntie just used to put it on, and it was just on. Like, I was a weird wee guy, man. Like, I was watching Freddy Krueger when I was free, you know what I mean?
That's where trauma comes from, mate. I think.
Aye, like, I'm right into my horrors, like, but obsessed with them.
Mate, right, so this will be the Halloween podcast, right? So let's talk
I see it
about.
will.
So I've been frightened, right? Things that frighten me most, right? And you're talking about films.
Aye.
I remember a film. Maybe I'm out here seen it. Back me up. When I was a wee guy, 2 movies I shat the bed to, right?
Aye, Baby Stay Out.
No. Mighty Ducks. No, the first one.
E.T.
How can they skate in that formation? Ah!
Clip it!
No,
Flying V!
they're skating again. Fuck! No, the first one.
Dirty
one.
dancing then.
I know. Well, that's no.
Knuckle puck tap.
That was a different type of fluid in my bed. No, the first one. The first one I really kind of remember being like absolutely terrified by was Steven Spielberg's first movie, Jewel.
Jewel.
Remember the one with the
Oh,
truck,
seen
Vinny
it.
Driver?
Aye.
You seen that?
Aye.
It's just the guys getting followed by the truck, just the black trucks following about the mountain road.
Do
It
you
just
know
appears.
Jaws is basically the sequel to that?
Is it actually?
Kinda.
Aye, I suppose it's that kind of
It's the
inanimate object.
the whole thing where there's
It's almost like a stretch.
somebody's getting chased,
Aye,
right?
aye.
Somebody's, and then there's this hang out in the loose that you don't get to see who it is.
Uh-huh.
Similar thing with Jaws,
Aye,
the sharks
aye,
basically.
It's like a stretch
They're
beam
trying to
up.
hunt the shark.
Aye, aye.
The shark's after them, and you don't see the shark a lot in
Aye.
the film.
And the second movie for me, absolutely ruined my life as a kid, was a movie called Ouija Board.
Right,
And you remember that for like the 80s?
No.
And as these people sat about and got a Ouija board, an American movie,
familiar with the Ouija board.
and I did like there's a Des Clark joke there, but I won't do. How do you make a Ouija board? Take away his heroin. But anyway, that's Des Clark. Thanks, Des. But there's so they get this Ouija board out, and then it's almost like a prequel for Final Destination. Because
Right.
then everyone who was involved with this Ouija board all come to terrible ends, terrible
Right,
deaths.
aye.
And I remember like you say your auntie, my granny brought me up, right?
Aye.
And my granny was very much like seen me watching it, like, if we would
Aye.
fucking tape it a window and all
Aye.
that, pure superstitious that a spirit was going to come through the VCR player, know what I
A
mean?
couple of films that haunted me when I was a wee guy was, and I never knew I didn't know what they were until years later. But
Context.
this stupid thing used to happen to me when I was a wee guy. Where I'd wake up at night and I'd put a telly on or something, and I'd see one fucking scene, and I'd be like,
Aye.
telly back off, and it'd fucking torture me, and I'd be in school asking fucking like people in my class who were like 8 and 9, have you saw this film? Like, what? But the scene was, it was this big house, this big massive house, and it was all people outside playing. It was like a kind of fair sort of thing, or somebody's birthday party.
Carousel, and all that, the music.
Aye, like that, and then the
I'm
camera,
creepy already.
the camera goes up to the window, and then a woman hangs herself, jumps out the window. Now that terrified me. I hadn't
Aye.
seen anything like that. No,
No.
it's The Omen.
Oh,
Right,
mate.
But I didn't know what that was until years later.
Aye.
And then another time as well, it was definitely a Friday or a Saturday night. And I stayed in this close, which was I stayed in the bottom, right? And it's probably about 3 a.m. and I'm up. Remember back then, like you didn't have. If you had an old shite telly, it didn't tell you what you were watching.
Aye.
And you were a wee guy, you couldn't read.
like, guide
there
it,
was
unless it's a
nothing like
paper or
that,
something.
right? So whatever was on, you just had to fucking watch it. And if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. But this film was on, and it was The People Under the Stairs, which isn't it's more a fucking comedy horror.
Right,
But when you're a wee guy, it was just all the people down the stairs, or the Rangers fans down the stairs. Kid on, right? Kid on,
Fuck
mate.
you, Mickey.
No, I'm kid on. But see, during that, now it's about 3 a.m. During that, my front door started getting rattled.
Aye.
So I got a fright. I got a big fright, and it turned out it was a guy up the stair was pissed and he was trying to get into
Big
the house, because it happened a lot at the weekends, because cunts were always steaming.
Aye,
Or
aye,
they think they're getting into but that films like that. But I loved, like I said, that I loved A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Never seen it.
No,
Never watched it.
no.
I'm a shite bag.
So for me, like I didn't have like a big brother or anything like that. I'm the big brother, but I had a next door neighbour, and it was a lot older than us, and it was my mum's pal's boy, and he had a wee sister. She was a bit older than us and all, but she would like, kind of watch us, you know, that way. Like
Aye,
she would take us
babysit
out and
almost, aye.
babysit us and that, and we had this little landing out in the close, and she would just fucking tell me ghost stories. I was like 3, 4,
Wow.
and I would just be pure. I want to see this. And she used to talk about this cunt called Freddy Krueger, and I'm like, who is this guy? And she's like, I'll give you the videotape. And I was like, all right, yes. So obviously, fucking terrified watching it, but it was a buzz for me, because I'm like, what's happening to my body? I don't know why am I looking under your bed, right? So I would watch that, and then I thought to myself, right, the reason I think Nightmare on Elm Street was so scary back then is because the whole film is about teenagers who are scared of this guy, who is going to get you in your dreams. And what you going to do when you're a wee guy after
away
watched
from
it,
it.
you got to fall asleep and the cunt's in your fucking dreams.
Aye.
So it was like interactive or something, I don't know, but I would watch that, and do you know what I'd do? I would watch that and I'd be terrified, and every single time after I watched a scary film and I was a wee guy, I would always put Carry On Doctor on.
Just to kind of
just to kind of
say,
you know what I mean? Just to take away all the horror. I'm like, oh, fucking brilliant.
Kyle, scariest movies as a
I
kid?
remember 10 years old, I watched The Exorcist.
What?
The Exorcist.
Oh, mate, you've went there.
I went to see that.
Oh, didn't sleep for 2 nights.
Aye.
I'm just a wee guy.
What about as an adult? Any movie scary as an adult?
No, nah,
I've got so many.
not really. The other one was Chucky.
Oh,
Aye, I love that.
Child's
as well.
Play, the
Child's
original
Play,
one.
I love that.
Oh.
Do you know what as well? I can actually.
Just watch when you're a wee guy. Like nowadays, I can just see that. So it's not
Aye,
really,
it's like, you're not
like,
getting scared with things like that now.
No, totally.
The last film I watched that, like, is when I've been older, that actually did scare me. I went to the pictures to see it with an ex, and when we went back to her house that night, I was like that when the lights went out. I was like, wait a wee minute here, man.
Aye,
It
here we
was
go.
The Woman in Black.
Mate, that was one of my ones that scared me as a kid. I am your daughter. As an adult,
Aye, but the new one,
with Daniel Radcliffe.
Aye.
That's the one that I shut my drawers to.
When you were a kid.
An adult, I mean. An
Aye,
adult.
oh,
That's the
aye,
movie
aye,
that scared me
I
as
was
an
gonna
adult.
say. Aye, definitely that. I mean, I've watched a few.
I am your daughter. Oh, no, you're not. Beat it.
Go away.
I thought Smile
Right,
was pretty new. I thought that
I've
was.
seen that.
Yeah, no,
I kind of.
Is that the one with the vagina with the teeth?
No, that's
that's,
called Teeth. That's
That's
a scary one.
I've not seen that, mate.
That's terrifying.
That's my worst nightmare.
No, I poked him again since I watched that.
That's my worst nightmare, mate.
Aye.
So what?
Anytime you poke something to wear bowling gloves, you know what I mean? No, but Smile was the one where it's like this entity that's in somebody, and then
Right.
you can pass it on to somebody else. I can't remember how it's passed on, but they just
Right.
did a smile.
I remember.
And
I've
there's
seen it
nothing
advertised.
creepier than a fucking mad, stupid smile. See, somebody just, right, I think, right, imagine you're on a train, right? Right, you're sitting on a train, you're going home at night, there's only 2 people on the train, somebody sitting across from you, right?
Just smiling.
What's going to be scarier, them sitting growling at you, or them just like that?
I have a big smile, a big cheeser. But see, for me, another one. So one of mine's as an adult. I was scared to was Woman in Black, right?
Aye.
Don't do that again. But another one for me was the first It movie.
Aye.
See the remake It. I went to see that in the cinema, and I was like 30, maybe mid-30s when it came out. The kind of newer ones, maybe a wee bit older actually, maybe about 38, 39. I remember just see the scene where he's doing the drain and he grabs a wee boy.
Aye.
Something inside, see, because I've got kids and all that as well. It was just, I don't know if I kind of feared for my kids or feared for myself,
Aye.
but something kind of took me right back to my childhood, and I had that horrible kind of cold sweat almost, and kind of the blood drain through your body.
sinking feeling,
Aye. That really scared me.
Talking about all this, did you watch Monster Ed Gein story?
No, that's on my watch list for Netflix.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's on the watch list.
Aye, it's,
Charlie, what's his drops?
I don't want to get any spoilers, but 4 minutes in,
Don't tell us.
4 minutes in,
Don't tell us.
4 minutes in,
It's 4
in
minutes
this
in, so again.
programme,
Aye.
and the guy already got caught off his maw having a strangle wank
Aye.
while wearing his maw's bra and suspenders.
You try to tell me
Now that
you've done
happened. I was watching it.
You've not been there. Try to tell me you've done that.
I thought to myself, like, when because I like the serial killer stuff. I watched the other two. I watched the
Dahmer one.
I liked the Dahmer one. I thought the Dahmer one was
The
good.
Dahmer-
Dahmer and then the Menendez brothers, but this one's a bit
Aye.
different. It's brilliant the way they've done it.
Oh.
4 minutes in and he's been caught, and I was like, this is going to be a good watch.
There's no way back for this kid, is there, after that?
Aye.
There's no way back after
I don't
that.
want so no get any spoilers, but it was mental, man.
Watch out for 4 minutes in.
I quite like this kind of spooky vibe as it is Halloween coming up then. And stuff
Quite
like
funny,
that.
so I've got a wee story. Of,
Yeah, right. I'll talk about this and then bring us in. But have you ever actually remember the thing that was filmed? It was on BBC, Ghostwatch.
yes.
And they never
Derek
advertised
Acora.
it. Eh?
Derek Acora, no.
No. It was Sarah Green, remember? Sarah
Yeah,
Green,
yeah,
live
yeah.
and kicking. And at the time, it was they didn't set it up as being entertainment. They set it up as being almost like a kind of factual program. Remember, they went in this haunted house, and all the cast members all started disappearing and all that, and they aired it like just before Halloween.
Yeah.
And then had to come out and make all these apologies because people were emailing in like, "What happened to Sarah Green?" She better be on fucking live and kick them on a ball.
She better be on.
Any's ever seen a ghost?
I don't know if it was a ghost or if I was in a different state of mind.
Aye, I think that's what happened.
Aye.
Tell me.
What happened with me?
Aye.
Oof, a few. But I can tell you a spooky story.
Go on, you go. Aye.
It's a true story. So when I was a wee guy, I used to go and stay with my mate quite often at weekends and stuff. I'd go and stay. And my wee granny liked a wee drink at the weekend and stuff, as most grannies did, right? So I was in my mate's house. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. And something inside my head said, phone your granny, phone your granny. At 2, 3 in the morning, I was lying sleeping. So I woke up and it was landlines back in the days. And I phoned my house phone, 949-1429, still remember the number. Phone my landline. My wee granny's pure panicked on the phone at like 2, 3 in the morning. Who's this? Who's this? It's Robert, Granny. You all right? Oh, just as well you phoned. I fell asleep in a chip pan. So, but something was saying to me, phone your granny at 2, 3 in the morning. She had a wee drink, put a chip pan on, fell asleep, and the chip pan was just going in flames. The kitchen was about to go up, and I phoned, and basically she went and dealt with it.
Woke her up.
Aye.
I've just got a similar story to that. When I was
Spooky, man.
about- Aye, it's-
I don't like it.
when I was about 2, I was just playing about in my room. My mum was in the living room doing whatever she was doing, and the foot I slide up high flats.
Did you have a bra suspenders? What was that?
Aye,
Strangle
what
wank.
had caught us. It was my dad's brand suspender I was with. No, the phone goes, and it's my gran, and she's like to my ma, "Where's Michael? Is Michael all right? Is Michael all right?" And my ma's, he's in his room playing. And my gran said to my ma, "I just had a fucking horrible dream there, that he was falling." And then my ma came into my room, and I was right up at the window, and the window was opening up.
Oh, wow, man. That's spooky.
So, aye, mad shit like that, man.
Hell, hits with ears.
Right, so That's all right. So a few years ago, we did a Halloween party in here, bang on Halloween. And we always, once upon a time, we used to do big extravaganza on big theme nights and stuff, have big, come round to see it. And so one theme for this particular year was horror movies. So I just finished college at the time and did acting at college. So John was like, "Here, do you think you get your acting pals down? We can do stuff." I was like, "Cool." That. So I got two of my pals down. I dressed up as Freddy Krueger and did a wee bit down the wee booth down the front. Another one of my pals dressed up as Jason. He went round in his mask and ran with a wee mask and just like got shots and just did creepy, just didn't say anything. Then another guy, he went for like the comedy drag thing, but he dressed up like the chick from The Exorcist, like with the horrible nightgown and stuff. We had a bed on the stage, and he was strapped to it, and like we thought, right, bang on midnight, we're gonna do like a big horrible.
Yeah, but the six cocks in it.
All that, yeah. Get everyone gather around, and he starts fucking doing the
Six
thing.
cocks in here.
So we're getting ready for it, and so we're getting ready and we're getting prepped up. Another one of my mates, he's dressed up as a priest.
I know.
So it was the same guy. So the same guy did Jason dressed up as the priest for this part, and he was praying next to it, right? Just as we're about to start doing this whole thing, people are gathered around watching watch this thing. Going, blackout.
No shit.
The whole block just blacked out.
Fuck's sake.
Everyone starts like freaking out. What the fuck do we do? It's like, right, okay. So John, being John, still is like, right, well, we can still serve bottles of juice. the pumps aren't working, but we can still serve bottles of juice. And so basically, the DJ was gone. He cut off, and they were like, okay. So eventually we.
Was it busy? Was it rammed?
It was mobbed. It was mobbed. Right before we do this fucking Exorcist scene.
Well, Panic must have ensued as well.
Just this block. It was just this block.
Right.
Over there, fine. Over there, fine. So eventually, people start going out because there's no music. The atmosphere's gone. People start going to other pubs and stuff. So that was a bit of a shame. Lights come on way after we closed. We'll do it next week. So we do it next week, and that's fine. And then, so my pal who is doing another pal was doing a show up in Glasgow, and we went to go see him. And I went with my two pals that did the skits in here. Just as we were telling him the story, I was like, "Oh, this is so weird. We're about to do the skit. This is after the show. Just about to do the skit." Talking to him about the story. It all goes black. And as we're talking about it, there's a blackout in the pub.
No way.
Shit, you not. Yeah.
Wow, man. That's freaky, man. I don't like it.
Just as we're talking about it, like thinking how fucking weird it was. We're just about to do the skit and there was a blackout. There was a blackout.
Blackout in the same different boozles, different pub.
Different pub.
Same people, but
same guys. Same me, my two pals. And we're telling my mate whose show we went to go see because it was I can't remember what it's called. It's the one next to Queen Street. It's got a wee venue up the stairs.
Waxies? Wax
Not Wax, no.
Dows?
Yes. Oh, maybe Dows. One of them.
What one? Sammy Dows? Aye.
Yeah. So they did a wee
supernatural story.
It was weird, man. So we saw the show upstairs, went downstairs after the show was done, talked to my mate who was in the show. Had a great show and all that. What happened last week? It was weird as fuck. As we're talking about it,
same thing happened.
Same thing happened.
Wow. That's pretty scary. So I see one Christmas, one December. I worked true story, another spooky story. I worked doing a bit of acting work. It was a thing in the Archies. It was called The Ghosts of Christmas. You remember this? No? It was about 10, 15 years ago. So what used to happen was there was a production company, a theatre company. It was almost like a kind of walkthrough in the Archies. You walk through all these different rooms, and I played the ghost, a toy soldier in it. So it was a big pot. It was a big
giant toy soldier.
Somebody had built like a big toy box. And I had to come out of it and character as a ghost. This ghost, toy soldier, and I come out, and it would be why why does no one want to play with me? And then I come in this, and I come alive. I'm like, it's because of you. And I point to one of the guys, and this guy fucking try Try sticking it on us. So I'm like, why does no one want to play with me? He's like, it's because of you. And this guy, we're like, fuck it. He tried to rip my nut on me. I'm like, oh, you prick, grabbed me the throat. And then I got the sack, right? But I said to the guy, I went, he fucking tried to rip my nut on us. He's like, maybe I ghost you, prick. So that was my experience of
Fucking
This isn't the gig for me.
I was like, I'll stick to comedy. But I ended up off really, really ill because I was in the basement in Archie's and all the smoke and the smog. Everybody get really bad throat infections because you're breathing in all this fucking recycle. Because it was like a dry ice machine. So you're breathing in the dry ice, then downstairs in the Archie's with the basement. So you're breathing in all the dirt and the dry ice. Everybody get really bad chest infections.
They should have just done it at an inside out night in the Archies, or everybody kind of got like zombies. For
They're all zombies anyway in that anyway. But there's a good book on the Archies and all who another the brother of
David Ratchpiece.
the brother of Neil.
Brickwork.
Yes,
Aye.
and it's on Amazon. Check it out. Some stories for the Archies. It's on Amazon. Really good read.
They opened it back up again, no as the Archies, but it's platform. Like the
Platform,
last
aye.
wave was on Saturday night, my pals' night, a techno night, Dave Clark,
Aye.
and Co-Accused, and that's it now, it's done. Apparently it's getting turned into a bowling alley.
Wow. Platform. Archies.
Aye, that's
Oh
it
my
now.
God,
It's the
what a
full
waste.
so so that was basically, people were getting excited because it was coming back. Did come back for a few nights, and then it's apparently the full thing is getting turned into like a massive
Wow.
bowling.
You ever go to any mad Halloween parties or anything? You ever been? Or what's the mentalist costume that you've ever dressed up as for Halloween? Or the mentalist costume you've ever seen somebody dressed up as Halloween?
When I was a wee guy, my mum dressed me up as a box of Bisto. A box of Bisto. And I went to my...
Bisto.
It was in primary 3 or 4. And I was getting slagged to death.
Aye.
All my pals are He-Man, the Turtles, fucking Ghostbusters, and I was just a box of Bisto. And my mum put eyeliner on me. Why eyeliner?
Were you getting a lot of beef?
I couldn't even enjoy the party. Like, the box is too big. I couldn't even eat a packet of crisps or have a drink. I was getting slated in the fucking corner.
You couldn't get it.
Couldn't get it. And everybody was all running about playing.
Some couldn't give you a straw.
And I'm just a box of Bisto.
Somebody feed me, mate.
And then the next year she sent me
brilliant.
fucking the Halloween disco as a hula dancer. Like a actual hula dancer, like a
The grass skirt
again,
like that, the grass
slagged
skirt.
again.
The grass skirt, the wee coconuts.
Aye. And
No
then
way, man.
that's how I like cross dressing. No,
Is that because you're wearing more suspenders?
I've dressed up as Beetlejuice. I used to dress as Beetlejuice at the weekends just because I loved it. I loved Beetlejuice.
That was a good movie.
People started getting annoyed with me. It's like,
I've told you-
after any Halloween party, people will like, you can't dress up as Beetlejuice again. You
No,
need to do something different.
Well, like Mikey, we've told you 3 times. You can't dress
Aye.
up as Beetlejuice.
I dressed up as the Hitcher for
Oh,
Mighty Bush.
that's a scary. No, that's a
Oh,
scary
Rachel
movie.
boy.
The
Remember
Hitchhiker.
Mighty Bush?
I love
The
Mighty Bush.
Hitcher with the
aye,
big polo man.
aye. You want to buy a peg? No, that was League of Gentlemen. You
Aye,
always
aye,
League of Gentlemen.
Aye.
You want to buy a peg?
That's
Remember
right.
that as well? Aye. Remember
Eh,
that? League of Gentlemen. Brilliant.
I like Halloween, man. I like Halloween.
It's a good. Check Halloween's overtaking Christmas in terms of decoration and people taking it too far.
It's
and all
an
that.
American thing, isn't it?
So it's certainly been Americanized.
Aye.
Big time.
In America, like, it's like the whole month is Halloween. Know what I mean?
But I remember like when we were young, when I was young,
Peanuts, monkey nuts.
aye, but people would turn the lights
Tangerines.
off.
Aye.
People would turn the lights off in the scheme and didn't want Wayne's at the door. But now it's like people are decorating their hoosies and all
Oh,
that.
aye, yeah,
and
big
it's like a
time.
big hang, and people are dressing up, answering the door and all that.
Definitely people with boat hoosies, not
Aye,
my scheme.
aye.
One of the best
Not
ones I
high-rise
saw
flats.
was
Not close. It's not a close thing, is it?
No,
You don't get up
definitely not.
close.
No.
You get up close and somebody's got signs saying "keep away."
Aye,
Then you're
you
going to
got
keep
that
away.
close to get sweeties and they take your sweeties off you.
one of the best ones I saw. We were trick or treating, I was younger, and went up to one of the houses, knocked on the door, and they full come in. So we end up going, and then the way that they had laid it out, so they had like a different thing in each room. So you went to the into the hallway, right into the living room, had another door that went into their kitchen, round through to the dining room, then out through their back door. So it was like a full little thing. You went right.
Proper tour.
Never forget. Yeah,
Every room different.
every room was like different, and they had a little thing on.
So that's what that's-
they went all out, and then you got your goodie bag at the end. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Let's go again.
So that's what that Ghost of Christmas thing was like. You kind of have a walkthrough, and all the different ghosts. They'll be playing different rooms. And
The
mine-
tune was always mental on Halloween.
Oh,
Like we would be at raves and that, and I remember one night, 2006 or something. My brother, he was dressed up as Mr. Motivator.
Aye.
Remember Mr. Motivator? And a big fight broke out.
He wasn't. His face was
No. My brother's already really tanned, so he did look like Mr. Motivator.
Did he? Yeah.
And a big fight broke out, and everybody's all chasing each other about, and then it's just funny seeing like Mr. Motivator fighting one of the turtles. You know what I mean? And then
That's Glasgow for you, but
you've got fucking yeah.
it's going to happen there all night. But I remember one time I broke up with a lassie on her. Well, I'll tell you my scariest Halloween story, right? But I broke up with a lassie in Halloween. Remember the old Trash nightclub? Remember Trash up between Pitt Street? And me and my mates, 4 of us were dressed up as the village people. So I was dressed up as a construction worker guy with the hard hat and the denim vest and the denim cutaway Daisy Duke shorts and all that. And the big Timbies with a big soaks and that. I was dressed up as that, and a fake moustache with a big shades and that. And this lassie in Trash came up to me in the wee room, and me and my mates were sitting, and she sat on my knee and she took out my measuring tape. Because I had a wee measuring tape, a wee utility belt. She took out the measuring tape and she was like, "Tell me when to stop." And I was like, "Keep going." She's pulling the measuring tape out, and my ex-missus was standing behind us. She was like, "Is that fucking right?"
Oh, no, man.
So that was good fun. But the second scariest time I've ever had at Halloween was when my ex, again, another ex, told me she was pregnant. Wow, talking about scary.
Terrifying.
That was trick or treat. None, no thank you. Fucking don't pass go with that one.
I listened to the radio yesterday, and they were saying about what are the top 10 joint Halloween costumes this year, because a lot of people. You know, anybody know what number one is? Number one, the joint Halloween costume is this year.
I'll take
apparently.
a guess.
Squid Game.
It's
Menendez brothers.
I can only remember the top three, but
Menendez brothers.
others.
it's a guy and a woman, and the woman's dressed up as a bag of gear.
Fred and Rose West. No, I've seen that. I've seen people dressed up as
Aye,
bags of gear.
bottles of wine and all that.
Aye, I've seen
I
that.
don't know if it's just very much an American thing, but apparently the number one
Trump?
is Travis, Kelsey, and Taylor Swift.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking boring, innit? And then number two is Glinda and Elphaba.
Who?
Glinda and Elphaba, Wicked.
Get a life, man.
That's it. So those are
Gonna be
those-
great Halloween. There's gonna be lots of people dressed up like me. But guys, this has been good. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Lots of good stories, lots of good vibes.
Is that already?
Spooky story.
Tell us about your solo show before we
Right,
finish.
so
Wee plug.
I've got a solo show 23rd of November. It's a Sunday in Blackfriars Basement. I've got Vanessa Correa opening for me. She's brilliant. It's merely a crowd working new stuff, show stuff that I've been I've tried maybe 2 or 3 times.
Aye.
I think it's ready to kind of.
Best shows. They're the best shows.
Aye. I think I feel more loose in shows like
Aye.
that when I can just go up
Aye.
and it's like I'm just kind of trying stuff.
Yep.
So I've got that. Tickets are on sale. They're just under 50% of them away. So
Brilliant, mate. Good for you.
cheers. And I'm also doing a gig in my house.
I heard about that.
Aye,
Gig in the house. Aye.
doing a gig in my house.
Amazing.
I thought to
Where can
myself,
where can we find tickets for this?
well, it's basically 180 people signed up for it.
Comedians or?
No, like punters. Imagine that, man. Fucking hell. An open mic in your house with 180 comedians. That's a fucking horror show there.
That is, mate. That's
No, so I had the idea. I was thinking about it for a while because I've done some shite gigs in some right shite places, like the Fringe. Like, do you know what I mean? I'd done a gig in a Bookies. You know what I mean?
Mark Jennings and Steve Buchanan done gigs in was it Dunkin' Donuts? No Dunkin' Donuts. What's the other one? The big one,
Aye.
Krispy Kreme.
Crispy.
Did-
See, like you
Aye,
can
yeah.
gig anywhere,
Aye.
and my living room looks like a comedy club anyway.
Aye.
So it does, just the way just by default the way it's kind of
Yeah.
painted and the brick wall and all that.
Aye.
And I thought to myself, I've had some fucking mental parties through the years. What's the difference by having 20 people in my living room for a comedy show, going to film it and try and think outside the box.
Who
and-
books that gig, mate?
Me, mate. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do a draw. So I'm going to put all the names, everybody that's signed up,
Brilliant.
pull 10 out a hat, and then they get to bring a +1. So I've got to do that, and I'm going to do the draw. Well, I was supposed to do the draw like 3 weeks ago,
Right.
but I've let it linger because every time I share it, extra people are seeing it and
Very
they're wanting in on the action. So it's building it up a wee bit.
So on your socials there, you could do the draw. Or?
Aye, I'm
Do
going
it
to do
here.
it. I've got to do it
Bill,
live.
do
Facebook.
it now.
Aye.
You have to tune into this podcast to see it.
Aye. So, because I think if it's only 10 people, if all the people have signed up and it's only 10 names getting picked up, the people who didn't get picked out might be a wee bit gutted, and it'll maybe drive them to actually just come and see me.
Show. Exactly.
But I think it'll be good for wee clips and all that.
Good
And
PR, mate.
aye,
Good
I'm in my own house. Can't
Amazing.
be comfortable than in your own house, or then if I fucking bomb, I can just get right into my bed, pap every cunt out.
Exactly, mate.
Not
Everyone
me.
out my gaff.
Everybody's getting papped out.
Unplug your
That's what I
mic.
would say. Like, people were saying you're off your head for doing that. That's like, what you doing that for? Like, that's mad. And I'm like, in the 90s, my mum and her pals used to have fucking Ann Summers parties in the living room with some dildos about.
Tupperware.
Know what I mean? Tupperware parties and all that. And when what I'm doing doesn't seem as mad as that.
Exactly, mate.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So I thought, fuck it, I'll do that. It'll be good for wee clips and that, I think.
Nice one. So thanks for coming, man. And 24th of October, we'll
Look
see
forward
you.
to it.
Joe Heaton, yourself, Vanessa and Silas. Should
Aye.
be great. Kyle, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Nice to meet
Mikey,
you, my man.
thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
for that,
Mikey.
Jamie, Scott. Thanks for
Cheers, guys.
See you next month.
All the best. Thank you.